Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Material rust, crumble into dust. For all who feel the Almighty, important and powerful, christen themselves Majesty. Every knee shall bow. Jehovah alone is Almighty. He alone is the one and only. To Him only I bow. Whether you have millions, billions, zillions, or none, somewhere, somehow, every knee shall bow. Oh yeah, for higher with the rolling thunder, to hear cymbals clash and trumpets blow. I believe wrongdoers will go under, like so long ago, back in Jericho. I wonder how our leaders sleep at night. Do they ever dream while poor people scream? The same ones who say they'll put the wrong things right. charge. Feel the larger than large. Warn them, all who feel the almighty, omnipotent, powerful, emperor and majesty. Every knee shall bow. Yahweh alone is almighty. He alone is the one and only. To him only I bow. Whether you have mansions, palace, villa or none, somewhere, somehow, every knee shall bow. Sit back one now. Every knee shall bow. Killer, killer, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I call on him in this valley of dry bones. Through this veil of death, I don't fear no threat. For all who feel they are the cornerstone, arrogant and proud, head stuck in the clouds. I remember Nimrod in the Bible, the king who dared to challenge God, built his masterpiece, the Tower of Babel. Thought he built it well, still it collapsed and fell. Tell them, all who feel the almighty, all conquering and powerful, who from they said majesty, every knee shall bow. Yahweh, omnipotent, Lion of Judah, to him only I bow. So tell who in power, my people's mandate upon somewhere, somehow. Whether you are royal, king, queen, knight upon somewhere, somehow, every knee shall bow. Every knee, oh, shall prostrate before the Lord. Every knee shall bow unto the Lord. Every knee shall bow unto the Lord. Killer, killer, ooh yeah. Killer, killer, ooh yeah.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is putting more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build.
All right. We are here, guys. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well.
More than ever we
The
must
Street Council is on.
discipline
Hashim the Dream and J Energy, your speakers of the house, are here.
to build a strong and better nation.
On this Thursday, I like to call Thursday Friday Eve. You know,
I like that, yes.
That's how I like to treat this day of the week. But at our good friends at KFC, it is simply Twister Thursdays. So you guys can wrap up your Thursdays today the right way with 2 Twister wraps for just $54.95. Loaded, saucy, and finger-licking good. One bite and you know it must be KFC. Order now and follow KFC Trinbago on WhatsApp for all their details. And for those of you trying to cook a little something to get you through the rest of the week.
So much of things that we
Try your hand with Lion Brand's Fry Bake Mix in its convenient, easy to use pouch, making everything incredibly simple.
know as well as I do.
Just add water, yeast, mix and fry for crispy fried bakes that are ready in minutes. Perfect for a quick snack. Lion Brand's Fry Bake Mix helps you bring a family and friends together around the table for a delicious meal. Share the flavor and create delicious memories with the Lion Brand Fry Bake Mix, the power behind our great taste traditions.
So come let us go.
Well, now that we got the bills out of the way, let's dive on in, shall we, Jay? Speaking of bills, look like we gonna have some more to pay in a short.
Oh gosh, don't remind me. Don't remind me at all. You see these RBL bank fees, the hikes, these stuff can pose a challenge. Seriously. Trinidad and Tobago Coalition of Services Industries, Diane Joseph, she spoke about it. She said while the TTCSI acknowledged the need for financial institutions to adjust to rising operational and digital infrastructure costs, Joseph said the timing and cumulative nature of these increases may pose a challenge. And this is where it raises a question for me, Hashim. When you look at RBL latest increase in the fees charges for overdrafts, insufficient funds, late loan payments, and other services. Some of these increases are significant. But the real question is, when a bank raises fees, who feels it most? Is it the wealthy customer or the ordinary man trying to make it from month to month? That's the thing. So imagine you miss a payment because groceries gone up, rent gone up, gas gone up. Should you then be hit with even more charges? We want to hear from our callers. This one is really, really interesting today.
Boy. It's like as soon as you find your footing,
Yep.
the society giving you more reasons to be thrown off balance.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, me and bank does already don't get on good. I have a beef with a certain bank. Every time I withdraw, I gain a notification in my thing, and then when I look again, I seen $1.50.
Yep.
Gain pull out every time I swipe my card or withdraw money from that account.
Wow.
And then at the end of the day, they tax me $1.50. What is that?
Yes, all these things add
And
up.
now that and all is going to go up. One thing, right? And the thing is, Mr. Minister make a statement at a time about the banks. If these are the things that they are going switch to our next bank.
I am waiting to hear. I could recall that, Yes, yes, I could recall that.
But so the bank that initiated this increase
Yeah.
is the bank that y'all help run.
Yes. This is one of the country's
And the
largest.
thing is, it's not that these banks don't talk to each other,
Of course they do.
You feel the competition on the surface is just for style, It is just for style. Just like a lot of your superiors feel like they don't like each other, they all together on the company retreat, while you in the office working.
True.
Same goes for these banks. You feel they don't talk to each other. If they hear these prices going up this date, and this date. Look, you could I say, okay, cool. Well, let me give it a 2.5 months, and I will probably slip in. Probably won't be as high as yours, but I will put it up like another couple dollars, I think.
Yeah.
They probably won't. They won't raise it to match, but they will raise it.
Yeah.
You know
what stand out for me, Hashim? These things, I don't know if people paying attention to the increases, but the notable increases, these higher charges is more than half, because for overdrafts and insufficient funds, the fees are raising from $34.50 to $57.50. Overdraft fees increasing from $30 to $57.50, and some loan late payment penalties would be doubling to as much as $100. So listen, wow.
Yeah. So two different penalties have gone up by over $25.
Yes.
And our late fees? What was the last one?
The last one is like if you have the loan, the late payment on the
late
loans.
payments on loans, and that is now doubling.
That's doubling. Yeah.
So if for whatever reason you running late on your loan because your family had to feed first, you had to have food in the house to feed your children, you had to give them things to head to school with, whatever, and you are literally short $150 on your loan. That is an extra $100 or so dollars, or $200. That means you have to pay $250 extra in your next payment in order to break even and settle that and make sure that your loan is up to date. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So call us if you're out there. I want to hear how this would affect the everyday customers. Are you considering switching banks? Are you, have bank fees ever caught you by surprise? And then we have these small business owners. These late fees and overdraft fees after payroll or bills, how it would affect them. And don't even talk for the older citizens, the pensioners. Are banking costs becoming too high for them? So we have these, different aspects in layman term on the ground to look at.
I seriously wonder when the powers that be make these moves, what they be thinking about. Because the thing is, right, these companies are in the business of making money. This is not Red Cross. This is not UNICEF. This is not.
Like I say, there's no UNICEF. You're right.
UNICEF. This is not no Susuhan, right? Mm-hmm. These companies have to make money at the end of the day. So then when these prices go up, they now have to start thinking what costs they can cut in order to increase their profit margin.
Yeah.
So, on top of all that, they will be raising things. So everything will go up because the fees at the bank go up. Everything will go up except the money that you make.
Exactly.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, The Dream. Good afternoon, J Energy and your listeners.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Me not no problem with the bank, Me not no problem with them raising the fines, but I want to ask the bank, what redress do they give to the customers when they fall short of their obligations? You ever go to the bank and try to withdraw your own money, and for some reason it's saying the money come out, but the money ain't come out, and then you have to go into the bank, and it's a long process for them to put back your money, right? Sometimes they don't even notify you that they put back your money. Mm-hmm. You understand? What redress give it to the customer when they fall short on their obligations? But Trinidadian, really, I don't know what is going on with us, but before tomorrow, boy, more than half of the customers should have already been looking into joining some other institution. You understand? And send a message to them. Because, how much money you really want to make is every quarter is billions of dollars, all you're recording or hundreds of millions in profits. Nobody don't want one for the team. It always has to be the consumers. It's a good thing I don't know how to come to them anymore. Doctor.
Thanks, Chris. Let me give you all a little clip real quick. Put some things into perspective for you, because I need y'all who avidly support everything that happens, the laws that are coming out in the country. I need y'all to come forward right now. Bring some receipts for me to counteract. Cause I need some context to make this blow seem a little a little less now. Okay, before I play that clip, let me how to take this one, because I can't have him on the road on hold right through. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jay and Hashim.
Good afternoon to you. Yes.
Yeah.
Big up, Chuck, man.
Yeah, hold on one thing.
Yes.
Heard it. Thank you.
Good day. Well, it's straight to the point. I believe, to me, the lower middle class and those who, as the expression goes, month to month salary or the week paycheck, they will feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the government might say, the Minister of Finance, to be exact, will say, well, they have to survive, and that the institution has to do this and it has to do that. That is the first excuse they will come with. But at the end of the day, because like with me, I with a particular institution, let's not call names on the air.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to go to another branch, I have to spend $4 when I do a transaction to take out cash. If I don't see that particular one, so I have to find that one not to pay that. Second, and then now, okay, all right, when I go to the home branch or that, I don't pay it, but at the end of the month, I pay $15. $15 comes out of my account every single month. That is what I have. So yes, to me, at the end of the day, they will feel it's we the middle class or the upper, just a little, just slightly upper going back down. But what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Everybody has somewhere. We have to live. We have to survive. No, we can't go by like that. Because every day, at the end of the day, you all are putting situations at us and telling us this and telling us. And, no, this concept that, we have to accept it. No, we don't have to accept it. I mean, we're not going to uprise and create revolution. But I mean, open your mouth, talk.
I mean, why not? Why not, though, Chuck, man? Why we can't uprise and revolution?
Well, I don't know in the context, we're looking at the violence and thing, but I mean, if it is to be, it is to be. I understand why you say don't do it. I mean, why we should do it. So I was just looking at why go to the anarchy. But at the end of it, if it is to be done, so shall it be. But we have to open the mouth and talk. Because like this morning, someone was making a statement, and at the end of the day, that is what we asked for. That is what we put there. Yes, it's true, we put them there. But we have to look back in the past. Let's be real. It is various. Government come, government go, and that is what they inherit. But at the same time, too, they're doing the same thing. So we meet a problem that was put there, let's say, created 10 years, in a 10 years making. But you ain't doing it. You're back to square one because you're using the same excuses. So we as the people have to open our mouth and talk. We have to open our mouth and talk now. We have to find a way. We have to make a way because it is coming on everybody because there are those. Right where I work, I will hear people say, "But how I will do this, how I will do that." School coming up just down for children to go out to Form 1.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those from Form 1, Form 2, Form 3s. I have grands that who is going up. One road SA recently, and then the other two going up. And so, what is the situation? They might come and tell us gas price going up again. I know if this particular minister might come and laugh and tell me kiki and do it once, twice, 3 times. And we don't know. It's left to be seen because we just take in what they give us. So, I mean, we had a Trump and policy like what some other countries have done in the world. If that is to be, well, so shall it be. So I understand exactly what you mean by saying, let's just say no. So that just me, I think, because I just feel it's crazy. Because sometimes I have to leave certain places just to go to my particular branch. Just not to spend that $4. And then now, I'm still at the end of the month, I still have to pay $15. So, what are we going to do? Well, I will still try to talk. But let's wait and see now. So, lockdown listen, I'll come back in again when someone else. So continue the program.
Thanks, man, Chuck, man. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. There are some people at the end of the month, by the time they take out monies to do everything, there's hardly anything left. And imagine these people going to overdraft.
Mm-hmm.
It's really ironic to think, And to say, the banks may say, to be fair, they may argue that the fees cover administration costs, risk management, and, they may try to encourage responsible account use.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still there dwindling over my head, are these charges reasonable? This is not $1 and $2 increase, you know. Wow.
If these things were $1, $2, $5 max, $5 max, we would have been like, we would have kissed our teeth and just be like, all right, boy.
And you see, as you say that,
we would have been like, okay, fine, get that. But $25 extra dollars,
yeah,
that is, if my maths is right, and depending on if you the correct stand that you go to, that is at least 4 doubles.
Yes. Hashim, listen, based on what he just said when Truckman was talking there just now, I think it's because over the years, as a nation, we have sat down and we just let the little minor increases come on, the $1.50, the $1, all of that keep coming in, you know, creeping up, and look white leaders today. So it's like, okay, nobody said nothing back then, so they just drop it on us like that, and we have to accept it. No, man, that could never be fair. Never be fair.
I don't know. It feels like they're not going to say nothing, or we not going to say or do anything as long as Parliament is still $2 for $1. Like, I feel like that might be the straw that break the camel back. If one day you pass in City Gate and Tanty with she basket tell you, is $1 for $1 now.
Yeah.
I feel then.
That's when the nation will wake up.
I feel then is when the nation will wake up, when you can't have 2 Parliament in your handbag just off of one red piece of paper. Let me get this into context for some more. I'm still waiting for somebody to call and defend it now, but I go hear from you. Take this scene.
All rise. The Street Council is now
All
in
rise.
session.
All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Republic Bank announces fee increase from Friday. The NSF fees are increasing from $34.50 to $57.50. Overdraft fees are going up from $30 to $57.50, and some loan late penalty fees are doubling to as much as $100, as well as some debit transactions will now attract a per transaction fee. These increases came on the heels of the Minister of Finance during his last budget presentation, raising the taxes for insurance companies and banks, something that he said would generate $575 million annually to the country's revenue.
Corporate taxes increased. Everything is a tax. I've always said you cannot tax an economy into prosperity. As a British Prime Minister once said, and I quote, "For a nation to tax itself into prosperity, it is like a man standing in a bucket and trying to lift himself up by the handle of the bucket." You cannot tax a nation into prosperity. It's not possible.
And yet, here we were, just a few months after you assumed office. And when the media questioned him on this issue, like, what do you think the banks are going to do? Don't you think they're going to raise the fees to compensate? This was his reply.
So if a bank increases their rates based on the tax that is coming now, move to another bank.
Oh, how simple the solutions are when you talk. But hear me out. Republic Bank was the first bank to pull the trigger on this. But come on, we know how the thing does go. One does started, but all the banks are stuck to each other. All of them are going to follow. So move and go where? Makes your statement stupid. But you know the irony here? The first bank to pull the trigger on this wasn't Scotia, it wasn't RBC, it wasn't JMMB, Republic Bank. And Republic Bank is majority owned by the state. And recently, they leaned heavily into that, replacing the entire board and putting their own people there. So it's really the same people taxing us just via a middleman. Rather than the state raising their own thing, they raise the thing through the bank. And I know many of you didn't catch the headline. Banks, insurance companies. You know what that means? Forget the banks for now. They're doing the thing already. But the insurance premiums are also going to go up. Businesses are not in business to make a loss. If the cost of doing business goes up, they are going to find ways to increase their profit margin to compensate. This is not the Red Cross. This is not a non-profit organization. These companies are here to make money, which is something he knows about. So I will say it again. It's the same government that is taxing us, just using middlemen. But you all are on social media misplacing your anger. You're mad at Republic Bank. Meanwhile, it's the government that you voted for that caused that. So don't be mad at the institution, be mad at yourself. You are the one that voted for this.
Remember the key to
Harsh, but
looking hard.
tell me,
For our country, we must
is there a lie? This is not what y'all wanted.
build.
This is not what y'all wanted. And according to,
We surely will.
you know, what they promised. I don't think this is what they promised either. So where is it coming from? And the thing is, this is not their fault alone, because we have, how old is this nation now? 62, going on 63 years now.
Yeah.
Right? And government has changed hands multiple times.
Right.
You all can tell me if I am wrong. Jay, you lived here much longer than me. But let me know if any administration decreased anything. Well, not just anything, but fees in particular, taxes in particular. Is there any time that you can say that
I can't recall that.
that a leader brought taxes down?
I may be wrong, so callers, if you're hearing me, I can't recall that. And given I'm not selling out my age, you're not gonna catch me. But they're not catching me at all. But for the length of time I've been living here, I mean, no, I can't recall any time where, any government that came into power where we ever had a decrease in taxes. So, no.
Hello, good afternoon.
Where we ever had a decrease in taxes.
Hey, KFC, lower your mic. Lower your speaker.
Hey, good afternoon, Lama TV. Good afternoon, DJ Dream and the young lady there.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
What's up? What's going on? I give thanks to life. Dream, them politicians, them is going in the bed and to study to pressure the normal citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You see why crime can never stop in this country? You see where the crime has come from? From jacket and tie. Them taxing the poor left, right, and center. But Dr. Rowley used to say it plain. Them doing it silent and deadly.
So what that you said Dr. Rowley used to come to your face and say, this what's going on?
Yeah. Dr. Rowley used to tell the tighten your belt. The cook. Only that man really like Dr. Rowley so much.
So at least he used to say it big and bold to your face.
He call a spade. You don't really come to Mama Guide the Nation. He's a man, how you take it?
Yeah.
You take it.
I never hear you say something. I never hear you say something about like that about Dr. Rowley before.
No, well, it's someone like him. He's saying things, but real and plain. But these politicians here now, it's in science in a different way. I'm pulling seeing that. Dream, right now, I watching all this scene and I going by media house because I not suffering so that I might go through that thing in it. Because that's what I'm trying to cause crime. I man change my life and try to walk the righteous path. And I take a dream. You know the work thing, right? I man set up for that work. A week before that, the 1 year anniversary. You know, I watching through social media. I seen the whole crew who I went and apply with. But a man who trying to assess me and help me, he tell me like something fishy. Or they call you out. So I just waiting for the man to give me back some details in the making before the money nearly done. So I seen high class wickedness and discrimination and victimization thing going on. Because when you come out and talk, they're listening to you, people listening and sending to certain ministers, and they're victimizing the poor and the underprivileged and the needy out there. That why crime can never stop. Because the same plan them who get the 3 months contract last year is the same people rotating back again, you know. They're not picking people who never get through and all them kind of thing and gain them opportunities, you know, Jim. Israel wickedness going on. So them politicians and them happy, you know, Jim. Them don't care about the poor man and the ground, you know. You're happy and see pepper, right, Jim? Last regime, everybody used to get a little small bread. I think be the biggest set of money used to get. But people used to make sure make ends meet. God, that's what they say. Well, the boys and girls who on top before my regime was on top, them not eating lamb who was in the government, who was councillors, them was getting big contract and all them kind of thing. The whole crooked, the whole redfish, nobody say, you know. The fire the majority and high and less now and giving them more money now. So them hiring 2,000 people, and about 12,000 people ain't getting no job. And they hiring back them same 2,000 people who they hired last year. We just rotated for certain people that don't going on right now. I going out there. I going out by the media and see the wickedness and the victimization going on. You know what Prime Minister, you know what's going on with them ministers and them, you know? And especially people who's board members who they get a play. Them who victimize people. Not the ministers and them, you see the people who's board members and who get a play on top there. It's them doing the victimization thing and telling ministers who is who. So Jim, make sure you monitor pay high bank free and all them kind of things. So when they push your care, the tax not heavy now.
Yeah, you see this. So KFC,
from tomorrow.
To stay on the topic, KFC, you see the psychological stress it creates because we hear you from time to time whenever we on, we hear the complaints. So imagine, people, you're done anxious already about bills and then this surprise bank fee adding more frustration on top of it. So we understand you. We understand you.
So, when I come out and talk, you're saying, I begging. I understand that who said on the chat and the live and all them kind of thing. Some of them begging soft. Some of them going behind closed doors. Some of them hold on to the bygone. Some of them informing. But when people come out and talk their mind and speak out, they're victimizing you. None of them think that stop. They're encouraging crime. So Jim, I look to and listen. Bless.
Bless KFC. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon again. The dream you asked who lower taxes. The most recent relief that we got was from Mr. Dave Tanku with a little ease up on the gas that Mr. Imbert laughingly increased over time on numerous occasions. That was the most recent relief that we got as a nation with $1 off of gas. And I am so grateful for every day when I wake up. But the dream, one thing I want to point out there, because I realize many people just take the position of, because of what they had to endure under Dr. Rowley and the PNM, they just make up their mind to accept anything from the UNC. But I watch a little thing where Mr. Imbert, dishonorable, in my opinion, was asking Khadija Amin about some allocation. And the previous allocation when the entity was up and running was 1 million. And now that the entity is down to zero with no employees or nothing taking place, the allocation is 1.5. And she just wouldn't clear it up, saying that is an estimate. But how could you have an estimate for something that is not functioning? And this is what continues.
Breaking up there, Chris. Breaking up there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A nice point across.
I'm not sure where he is, Oh, God. Quick, Chris. Reconnect with we. I need to show where he is,
And Chris is bringing a nice contribution across there for us.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I could get him back. Because, I see when that happens. Yeah, Chris, you there? Yeah. Not yet. Come, Chris. You there?
Yeah, the dream after. Yes. Yeah, Edmund?
Yeah. Go ahead again. You there? Aye.
Dropping here.
Yeah, it dropping again. See if you could call regular Chris. I know. Hey, listen, WhatsApp is the best thing to call people for free, but
I feel it.
It all depends. It all depends on where you're at and who your internet provider is. Otherwise, it doesn't be looking too good out there now, boy. Trust me, I think I've had the same $50 on my phone for the past 2 years now because. I literally only top up my phone for data. That is it.
Oh gosh, I get you.
I don't think my phone ever goes under $50 in balance.
And here the thing, based on what Chris was saying before, I hope he calls back and he could continue what he was saying. So it's like on one hand, when he talk about that thing with the gas, is one hand they ease us up, but on the other hand they take it back. They take it right back. So that could never be fair. That could never be fair.
That's the thing. And I think a lot of people missed that when gas went down to $1 a gallon.
Yeah.
The gas stations was full that week.
Yes, I
For
remember.
sure, everybody topping up. And you know what? First month, I was cool too because I was now paying less than $200 to fill up my tank. And that was great. But in the back of my head, I wondered, okay, but what is gonna go up for the compensation of gas coming down?
My point exactly.
It is a take and give, you know.
Yes.
So yeah, you always have to take good news with the bad, especially when it comes to governments. If something good come in and it feels like it's too good to be true.
To be true, yes.
Yeah. Particularly when there's no other bad news around, you have to keep your head on a swivel because something else is gonna pay for this good news. Good with the bad.
The scale balance.
Yeah,
so,
the
yes.
scale have to be balanced. It's never just good right through. As much as we would wish that we lived in a society where people governed and that was the case, I don't think that has never been the case of governing other people. At any point in time in history, there will be a time of plenty with, minor inconveniences there, and then there will just be dread hard times.
Yeah.
There's never a time where we are just good right through. Okay, Chris sent a voice note, so I think that'll be easier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much of my contribution all you heard, but what is our next disturbing thing for me is what I have seen lately with Mr. Imbert, dishonorable in my opinion, asking Ms. Khadija Amin some questions about some allocation, where the previous allocation was 1 million while the entity was functioning, and now that the entity is not functioning, there has been an increase in the allocation of 1.5, right? And she would not clear up the matter, just simply saying that it is an estimate. And this is what we continue to have to endure, right, as a nation, regardless of the red or yellow when they hold in office. How could you have an allocation that is higher than previous allocations when there is no one operating in the entity? Nothing is happening. The whole thing has shut down. And you're just saying that it was an estimate. Come on, that is not satisfactory. But I feel that is satisfactory for some people, yes, because we refuse to take our heads out of the sand.
Understand, and thank you for that contribution.
Yeah, it is hard, and I really wish that they would give us a deeper context, the deeper reasoning. I think like KFC, I think said it best. Dr. Rowley would just tell you as it is. He'll be rough about it and be like, so it goes, this is what
and trying
this is what is going to happen.
Yes.
Right? And this is exactly how we move it forward as a nation. Tighten your belts accordingly until things get nice again.
Yes, you remember it, man.
Yeah.
You remember it.
Yeah. I'm good with impressions. I like him personally. Listen, Rolly was a vibe, I don't care what it's
for real.
Rolly was a vibe. Whether he was giving bad news, good news, whatever. It was just a.
And listen, the thing is, we're not making this about RBL alone.
Yeah.
Because if you tell yourself you're jumping ship, it's going to have a ripple effect.
But again, you're mad at Republic Bank, and Republic Bank is not the person you should be directing these concerns to.
Correctly.
Right? Republic Bank is mostly owned by the state.
By the state, yes. Yeah.
You need to be directing your anger and your concerns to the people who make this happen, which is not the bank. It is probably not even the people on the board of the bank.
Thank you. Based on the video you shared, the video you just shared with us, I am waiting to hear what's the government say, what they have to say on this issue.
And that's the thing.
Because it goes into effect immediately tomorrow. So we need to hear from them immediately today.
They say as of midnight tonight.
Yes.
It is going to happen.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So hey, Dr. Wakanda, afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too.
Yeah, the current UNC government is placing an undue burden on the less fortunate. Their performance since taking office has become inferior to that of the former administration, making the previous administration look like saints in comparison. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. I really feel sad when I see messages like that from Dr. O'Connor, because he was an avid supporter of them in the first early months.
Okay,
The avid supporter of the administration and what they were doing, you know. And I honestly feel that is the most upsetting thing. People who supported you and believed in you now questioning what they, questioning what they did. And this new move really just puts a middleman in front of everything for the common people to blame. You give them a head on a chopping block that's not your head, you know.
Look at that, yeah.
You know, it's kind of just like, you know, things that go on with, like, okay, health is a problem in this country. Like, we all know that our health infrastructure is not the best.
It's not the best. Yeah,
right?
I agree with you.
But we are quick to point at the individual hospitals, you know, how they lack of service, lack of communication, understaffing, lack of resources, whatever. And it's easy to blame the people who work in the building, you know. And to an extent, you are right. To an extent, you are right, eh? Who out there shouting again? What huh? Miss Lady? Miss Lady? Hey,
wow.
What going on? Okay. I got check in. I'll check in a second. I'll check in a short. Hold on. Big shout out to Paramin who does pass through the station one time. Yeah, so it's easy to blame the people in the hospital, but they can only do so much with what they work with. Yeah, okay, their attitudes and customer service, that is a personal issue. Yeah, that's what they need to fix. But that just comes from, mostly, I think, just the lack of not being able to have the things necessary to do their job at the best that they can, which is not the fault of their hospital, but the ministry that supposed to provide for them. So correct. You should be looking to the people in the Ministry of Health, the people in the Ministry of Finance. Those are the people that, you know, have in the circumstances of you know, the hospitals the way they are.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But you're not able to just randomly walk up to the Minister of Health, or you know, you don't always get that. You don't get a one-on-one opportunity to talk to those people in charge.
Correct, yeah.
So of course, you can't just direct your ire or your frustration at them. You know, so you have to take it out somewhere else. But that's why they have protests. Didn't a particular nurses union just walk the streets of Port of Spain a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
They went out to the finance office. I don't know what came of it. You know, as the thing, I really don't know what does come of these protests that a lot of people do. There's a march, people march, they shouting, it gets the news. They head down to the offices. I don't ever hear what comes after that.
We just have to keep following because I think they had a silent stakeout again. Was it, if I'm not mistaken, this Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A silent stakeout.
Mm-hmm. Where the nurses they didn't show up, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. When nurses were just not there at the hospital.
Correct. Yeah.
Of course, and that of course, you know, is a damper on the rest of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's guys.
And like one caller said earlier on when we were talking, by tonight, if half of their customers just pull out, what would they do? What would RBL now do? If they wake up tomorrow morning and just see a mass deduction in clients, in customers?
I wonder how many of y'all will actually do that though.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Would you all actually go into RBL between today and tomorrow and be like, pull out all my funds, I'll leave in?
No, wait, you remember when Granny used to say put your cash in under the mattress?
We getting closer and closer. I think that is exactly why criminals don't use banks.
Well, we can understand. We can understand.
Yeah. That have to be part of the reason because, listen, a lot of these quote unquote crime lords, we know it's money they have. We know it's money that they have. But where is money going? I don't think it's going in the bank. And I think we had to start moving like them. Money in the mattress. Let's just buy safes, put it in the wall, cover it with something, have your security code, and just leave your money there. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, the dream. I don't think I don't know if persons will actually do it, but you see, and you're getting ketchup in KFC now, right?
Yeah.
Remember what had happened when KFC had stopped serving ketchup? And a lot of people was boycotting KFC, and all of a sudden they start back to serve ketchup.
I remember that. People would just take it to boycott, or they would just buy that big tub of sweet ketchup from the store. I remember that.
Persons will only use that same approach, right? And more or less pull the rug from underneath organizations when they have no concern for their customers. We will see how fast things will turn around for the benefit of the consumers in this country. But I don't know when we will be able to come together and unite for that, if it will take KFC again to
I think that's exactly what it might take, I think, oh God, Chris, I'll lose you there again. But yeah, I get your meaning. I think, and that's the thing, we just come together for the simple things, huh? The things that we know we can control. No ketchup at KFC, fine. We just not going KFC again. No problem. They have the ketchup pack in the store right there, and we will take our business to the next fried chicken establishment. No problem. Bye. And as soon as we did that, KFC said, "Oh, come back. Oh, you can't take Joker."
So you see the power of the people? And that's my thing. We just underestimate the power we have as a people. We really do.
Well, I think we have to put that same energy as we did in the ketchup into the bags.
Yes, why not? And I will be one. Look me, I'll be one.
I'll be one too.
Sadly to say, I'm out there, no?
I already have more than one accountant in more than one establishment, so I don't mind pulling all of my resources back together. That's not a problem again. Paramount, hold up there. I had to talk to you, and I have a commercial break to take, so I can talk now. So y'all stick and stay, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
TechFlex TT Limited, the #1 computer store in Trinidad and Tobago, has all your tech needs. We have the latest computers, powerful MacBooks, and affordable Chromebooks for school and work, providing new and refurbished options to suit everyone's budget. Also, we carry a variety of printer options and ink solutions for your home and office needs. Need repairs done? Our experienced technicians can solve your tech problems. Visit us now at any of our 2 locations, Wilson Road, Scarborough, next to Royal Castle, or Penco Street, Montrose, Chagonas. Call 235-4919 for more info. TechFlex TT Limited. Affordable tech. Exceptional service.
Wrap up your Thursday the right way. Twister Thursdays. 2 twisters for just $54.95. Loaded, saucy, finger licking good. 1 bite and it must be KFC. Order now. Follow KFC Trinidad and Tobago WhatsApp channel for all the deals.
She's done it all for you. Nurse, chef.
Mom, I could borrow.
Always helping you out in a crunch.
Yup.
Mom is that girl, and KFC is helping you show her just how lucky you are with a Quartz shopping spree with $10,000. Buy a Lucky 7 bucket for just $99. Upload your receipt to KFC's DMs, and you can hook Mom up with a $10,000 Quartz shopping spree. Plus, more treats to spoil her, from a sparkation to stylish reflexer eyewear. Show Mom she is that girl with KFC. Promotion ends Friday, 8th May. Approved by the NLCB.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you could get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
This song is dedicated to all my sons and daughters through the four corners of the earth. My sons and my daughters, to you I plead. Watch, don't get no horrors, but please take heed. I know you don't want no sermon, but my admonition is to guard you against all the evils of life that create strife destroy life. Walk cautiously, children, be alert, because you have an enemy that's roaming the earth. I know you're young and restless, but you don't have to be careless. You see, sober thinking leads on to righteousness, to happiness, spiritual bliss. That's why I tell you this. Watch out, my children. Watch out, my children. It have a fella called Lucifer with a bag of white powder, and he don't want to powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace to the human race. Now we sing it again. Watch out, my children. Watch out, my children. It have a fella called Lucifer with a bag of white powder, and he don't want to powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace to the human race. I give you my counsel because I want to see all you young people live righteously. What you feed your mind with forms your characteristics and shape the path that you must walk tomorrow. Darkness or glow, joy or sorrow, that's why I'm concerned. So watch out, my children. Watch out, my children. Yeah, yeah. It have a fella called Lucifer with a bag of white powder, and he don't want to powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace to the human race. To all my sons and daughters in Germany, pass auf, meine Kinder. Pass auf, meine Kinder. Da ist jemand, der heißt Lucifer, hat eine Schule mit weißem Puder. Aber will dein Gesicht nicht pudern, denn bringt den Menschen nur Schlechtes. Oh, you're young and your future is ahead of you. Right or wrong, sweet or sour, depends on what you do. Taking the wrong direction will drain your constitution and promote mental chaos and confusion. Then corruption to the inner man, and that is not God's plan. Cuidado, mis hijos, to my Spanish children. Cuidado, mis hijos. Hay un hombre que se llama Lucifer con una bolsa de polvo blanco, y él no quiere formar tu cara, pero para traer pena y desgracia para la raza humana. To my French children. Attention, mes enfants.
Attention, mes enfants.
Attention, mes enfants.
Attention, mes enfants.
Il y a quelqu'un
appelé Lucifer avec un sachet de poudre blanche. Il ne veut pas saupoudrer vos visages, mais apporter honte et détresse à la race humaine.
To my East Indian children, देखो मेरे बच्चा लोगों, देखो मेरे बच्चा लोगों, एक इंसान जैसा शैतान है, उसका पास है टेलीफोन का, और दूसरों को फोन नहीं लगाता है, मनुष्यता का नाम पर ये एक बदनुमा दबा है. Watch out, my children. Watch out, my children. It have a fella called Lucifer with a bag of white powder, and he don't want to powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace to the human race.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Remember the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Good afternoon, and we are back. Yes, we are back. Good and natural ginger tea made from freshly crushed ginger root to get that strong ginger taste and aroma so soothing. Good and natural ginger tea available with or without sugar. So all you need is boiling water to get a cup going. As the old people say, don't take flambeau to see in the night what you could see clear in the day. Ah, good and natural ginger tea. Good advice to start your day right. And we have Lion Brand Plory Mix. Craving that authentic taste of the Caribbean but short on time? With Lion Brand Plory Mix, now in its convenient, easy to use pouch, you can whip up a batch of fluffy golden plory in a flash. Just add water, mix and fry. Perfect for impromptu gatherings. Our Plory Mix brings everyone together for a delicious moment. Share the flavor with friends and family, because good food and good company go hand in hand. Get your Lion Brand Plory Mix today and make every moment a tasty celebration. Lion Brand, the power behind our great taste traditions.
Yes, sir, guys. So we are back. If you watching us on YouTube, good afternoon. Don't forget to share the live, like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, be sure to log into our website as well at www.thestreet919fm.com. If you're watching on the live, you'll see that J Energy is behind the board now. Yeah, we're giving her control of the shipping this hour. I tell you, baptism to fire. You know, it has to happen. It happens to all of us.
Yes.
All right, so let's dive on into our next topic. So, came across something earlier this week. Definitely wanted to address it for a little while, honestly, because it is a question of morality, but I know it is one that we see in the public a lot, particularly when tragedies strike in violent and horrific ways. And now it seems that it is coming back. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, if you remember back in 2024, a man by the name of Rishi Mutilal, I want to say that name, apparently commonly known as Cook Meat, was was tried or arrested for the crime of murdering his 31-year-old wife, Tara Ramsarup, and their daughter. That happened back in 2024. And just on Monday, he was officially given the death penalty. Yeah, it was that conviction happened on Monday. Back in 2024, mother and child were found dead at Mutilal's home. Ramsarup had been chopped multiple times, while the poor baby's throat had been slit. The killings happened weeks after Ramsarup obtained a protection order against Mutilal. So before his arrest, he contacted relatives and confessed to the murders. He later admitted the killings to the police, claiming he became enraged after Ramsarup told him about a new relationship and said he would no longer have access to their children. During the trial, Mutilal admitted to killing both of them, but claimed he had been provoked and later blacked out. Justice Singh rejected the defense, ruling Mutilal remained in control of his actions throughout the attack. Justice was quoted saying, "I find that he experienced anger, hurt, jealousy, frustration, and emotional distress, but that he retained the capacity for purposeful and directed action at all material times." She also rejected any suggestion of provocation in the killing of the child. Shemaya Mutilal was a 14-month-old child and did nothing provocative, the judge had said. Mutilal also pled guilty to malicious damage after setting fire to a vehicle linked to the mother of Ramsarup's new boyfriend. The judge ruled he had already served that sentence while on remand. So he has officially been sentenced to hang. And I just want to hear from you all today, honestly. You know, this is far from the only unique case out there of people. I want to say people, but let's just be real about it. Men who have taken lives out of rage, out of jealousy, and then a child was also part of that collateral damage, you know? So it's already bad enough you take the life of somebody because they don't want to be with you, because you're over abusive, you finally went too far. But then a child who doesn't know what's going on, who barely had begun to live, you put them in your crosshairs as well. And every time something like this happens, obviously there's no remorse from anyone in the public eye, for whatever reason. And now this particular case will see him sentenced to death, which I will be honest, I did not realize that we still had the death penalty in Trinidad and Tobago. So that it came as a surprise to me, and I personally, feel like I'm sure a lot of y'all feel that no remorse should be had for him, and this is definitely equal compensation. I don't think any of us out there, regardless of faith, political alliance, or whatever, I don't think any of us would get behind the defense of murdering a child.
Yes, we have heard of the death sentence before in this country, and I think they had stopped it some time now. So the executions have not been carried out for years. It has not been carried out. So, today, callers, we are asking, do you believe this case could be one that changes everything? Is it going to, lead by example? Because, come on, definitely it's about time.
Yeah.
Because we have lost too many of our nation's, women who are common law wives and children when in these estranged ways. So yeah, definitely we want to know. We want to hear from you. So
and I find it very This seems like the opposite of what we were talking about last week. Remember, with the woman who had murdered.
Yes, I recall.
Who had murdered her boyfriend, but it was more out of self-defense than anything else. You know, an argument had escalated, and she unfortunately was put in the position of killing him.
Have a caller. Let's take this call.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think the death penalty actually stopping it. Is that persons find a way around it, because if you're on trial or remand or in prison beyond a certain point in time, then that allows you to escape the death penalty. So when persons appeal the cases and the court is inefficient with treating with the matter, many persons have probably escaped the death penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody could probably correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Thanks for that contribution, caller.
Yeah. Oh, we also call them members, not callers. It's the council, right? So we
yes,
have
members. Yes.
These are members. These are not callers, right? Yeah. So okay. So it just people just found loopholes around the death penalty here.
Yeah. Let's hear from. We have some caller on line 1.
It just people just found loopholes around the death penalty here. Lower down the volume, KFC.
Hello, good afternoon, Jim. And the young lady I see here push the control board, man. She looking nice, then. You can call me callers, you can call me member.
Yes.
You can call me.
We in the council.
But take a time and up on the board. Jim, Muti or Muti Lal, whatever his name is, that is then go 2014.
Yeah.
But,
no, not 2014.
Yeah, when
2024. It's like 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2024. Where it coming? But he killed any young girl, and he gone to the gallows, the condemn. So he gone to say he sentenced to hang. Well, when you go in the condemn day, you go spend about 5 or 4 years. You go to appeal the case in England, and you will get hang again. Because after 5 years or 4 years in the condemn, they can hang you again. I feel they should hang you one time. Because it's a little child they kill and a nice celebrity young woman they kill too. So you go now in the condemn, they sit down, eat a set of bread, drink a set of cocoa water, and waiting. They get hang. I think that they stop hanging people right now. Because the time they play the condemn waiting, they get hang, and after, if they go to appeal the case, and the law said they get lifetime. You might do a lifetime. I feel they should hang you one time, but started one time. Go wait, because I let child kill. And a nice beautiful young lady too. So I dream. Should I put me in this view? Should I put me in this square and we stone them down? Bless.
You're taking it back to the old days, boy. Bless KFC. Thanks for your contribution. Yeah. So, it's very interesting. This is the case that we find ourselves in. So, death penalty did not go away, but this is the first publicly known death sentence that we've seen in a long time.
Correct.
But now it's for the death to actually be carried out.
That's it.
And that's the thing. I don't even think the article said anything about an execution date.
No, it didn't say
either.
anything about that.
Usually when these things happen, because I've watched death penalties in other countries and things. The sentence comes and then there's a date for execution. And I guess it's according to the state how you choose to die. Sometimes it's the chair. I guess here, do we have chairs in Trinidad? I don't know, but I guess for us it is hanging.
Yes.
Or
yes.
I think there's also a lethal injection as well. Yeah.
Yes, I know of that.
So now the question just comes: is the state going to follow through with this sentence? Right.
Exactly. Yes.
So I don't think there are anyone who disagrees that an act like this is not deserving of the death penalty. I think that's not. I mean, I think that is the general consensus.
We have Truckman calling.
Hey,
Hello.
Truckman.
Yes, yes. Yes, again. What KFC saying? Yeah, he's correct because there's something a ruling called Pattern Morgan, and if I mean I'm too ukara with the legal aspect, but I'm trying to pay attention. I think that was a Jamaican case, but anyhow, and the Trump one follows suit, and he's correct in the sense that I can't remember the years, that after a certain period of time, you won't get, most likely you might get committed to life. But then too, there are those who are in remand on murder charges, and it all affects everybody. But I agree with the senator, because for me personally, what is you hitting a woman for? What is you beating a woman for? What is you killing somebody for? But I believe they should go out with the executions. The penalties. But to me, nothing going to come out of it at the moment. That's just because you have all these human rights, this one and human rights, that one. So the lady and that child, she didn't have human rights. When someone invades your house, but the victims, they don't have rights. But no, when you commit the crime, they have rights. To me, that is the hypocrisy. And that is why sometimes I would say how the Islamic world and the ancient civilizations would have operated. It's better. Your thief in Saudi Arabia, you cut off your hand. Your thief the first time, you get whipped. The second time, you take off your hand because they have the concept. Because I have a good friend who performed Hajj. Mm-hmm. And when they saw the person without a hand, they say, no, there's a thief. They rather mind you than you become a problem to the state. It might seem inhumane, but when Jumat time, during the Ramadan, or any time, people be on the roadside selling, and they just put a blanket over there, the trinkets and whatever, and you go to the masjid and say the prayers. No, crime is still there, but it's not to the high percentage. So I believe we need to go back to the past and look and see, because if you don't know where you come from, you know where you're going. So I believe, irrespective of much as at the end of the day we change, there's a change in time, and a change in this, and you don't need to do this. You need to look, where did we come from? I held a door there. I'm going into the grocery and point research there, in the massive stores there, and I hold that door, but the whole time people change, and I for the lady, I said, good day, they did like, the school children said, well, is that what? He had to be real old. You treat a woman, a human being with a certain level of dignity. I am no poet, so I can't tell Jay about birds and bees and fleas and trees. I would just tell she, Mommy, looking very nice today. I just being myself. Yes, that's so. So we need to go back. I believe we need to track back, look, see where we came from, and if we could tweak it, but move forward, because we can't bring back the past. We can learn from it, we can live from it, we can continue. So I believe he will sit down there probably in 5-6 years, or probably 10 years from now. They get commuted, or they just be released because they find some grounds that his rights have been filed. Locked on and listen.
All right, Chuckman. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, member. Thank you, member, for your contribution. Caller, I've been seeing you.
Yeah. Sometimes they call on the same line, so you just have to wait. And yeah. Good afternoon.
Yes, thank you, member, for your contribution.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I agree with the hanging, but it have a little question mark in it, because sometimes innocent people just get hung. We had a guard against that too, and sometimes your rights could be infringed to get hung. All kind of different things you could get hung for. So I think that sorry, excuse me. I think if you get red-handed, committed a crime, and they have evidence that you really killed the person, those take hang one time, because they're going in jail, wait for 5 years. When the hanging date coming close, they start to appeal, and then you go privy council and whatnot, and then the statute but pass, you can't hang again. So I think should have, but I find a president should be set if they start hanging police first.
Wow, wait. Back up, Bronx. Back up, Bronx, man. Back up. Let's not lose the plot. Though.
As us here, we put it up our disclaimer one time.
Yeah. I have a drop for members like that. Bronx, man, easy.
Oh, God, Bronx man always on the ball, Bronx man will be on the ball, I just always think out of the box.
Oh, God, yeah.
Hang police first. You see the police actually people in Mova with the hand up out of the car.
Right.
Hang them first. Okay. You see the next one will kill the man and damage his girlfriend. When his hand was out of the car because one of them even pull a gun and fire the fatal shot. Hang them first. And then talk about hanging other people after. But set up president with the police first. Have a good one.
Have a good one, girls, man. Let me just rephrase his sentence to say those particular law enforcement officers who did that atrocious thing. Let us set the president there food. That I will more agree to. Let's not show the whole TTPS under the bus.
Exactly.
I know we don't like them a lot of the time, but a lot of them deserve all of that, okay? Okay.
Yes, you see, one time the radio station and both of we put up our disclaimer one time.
The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of you all know the rest.
But on Groundsman note, he confessed to this killing, He confessed it.
And that is what the key thing that he said there, obviously the death penalty should not be reserved for just anything. Because there are many cases where people are framed for crimes and whatnot. So you have to have all, and particularly if I don't know how many people or how many cases we have in the system right now of people being framed for murder. Because I think once we have a murder case, I think most of the times we know that, the murderer is still out there. No, I don't think we have ever seen anyone framed publicly, at least that we have seen anyone revealed to be framed for murder. But in those particular cases, obviously, yes, you definitely need all evidence put before you, before you come to that drastic of a solution of taking another person's life. Exactly. Obviously, in a case like this, he has admitted to it. We know that he has done it.
But we need to... let me say this to all our members and to all our viewers, all our listeners. I want to say clearly, I'm not glorifying death or violence, okay?
We're not.
But many citizens saying enough is enough.
Yeah.
I could call lists of names with women and children who have been through this same thing, who has experienced the same faith in our country. And when would it be, enough to just set an example? So that's the thing.
Yeah.
So let's keep the calls coming in.
Yeah, example has to be set. We know that we live in a nation where we literally cannot go 1 week without hearing that somebody has been killed in whatever way, stabbing, shooting, whatever, what have you, right? But dealing with this particular case in a timely fashion would set the precedent that if you get catch doing this particular crime of murder, this is the fate that awaits you when you are found guilty.
Yes, let's hear from KFC. He's on line 1. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Dream and the young lady there.
Good afternoon to you.
Dream, the last time I was hang, when I hang people out do trade, I was in prison. That's wrong. When they're going to get hanged, the whole jail, let's be quiet.
Yeah.
Men in the condemn and all, they be frightened, because they know if it's them till next.
So you
tell a place in the back of the person where they hang, where there's got you one time, she not your blood or all kind of thing, you call it.
Hey boy. I know you
like because you got yard now.
But you have been around long enough to know people who have been hanged, KFC.
But I was in jail when I hang do trade and at around jail is a nice experience, but was still from jail. I would tell the youth man, try to do the right thing and walk at the right path and still well function. The next experience is still far from. But that man there who killed the young girl and the young child, right? He go straight in the condemn. He waiting to get his neck pop. He will go and spend about 4 years. He will go to appeal the case. Because he don't start to appeal the case already. He don't send the case to the court of England, you know. So you go wait to see what's going on. If you start telling him, the whole way to get hang, they'll get hang. So give her life, take her life and give her life and take her life, we try to start. But as Ulrich said just now, we ain't no police, but we ain't them corrupted politicians and them who stealing from the public post and heavy taxes and the people out there. Them are to get hang.
That's our next convo, KFC. We go circle back on that one day.
So, hi, good afternoon, member. We lost that one.
I don't know. Good afternoon. They there?
Please feel free to call us back.
Yeah.
Something KFC said stood out to me just now. You remember when he said, that everybody would, we're getting back this caller. Let me take this call.
Afternoon.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah. A case that I want to draw to your attention. One time I was a juror on a case, right? Where this man said he was walking through a truck and he found his gun. And he went to show his partner and shoot it off. And he thought it was a toy gun. So when they rest the case for us to make a judgment, everybody decide, he guilty. But then what if the man really and truly thought the gun was a toy gun? He would not hang for a death that, he wasn't responsible for the death, but by an accident then. You know what I mean? How would you, as a juror, would I find him guilty or not guilty?
On accident?
It's not fair.
Of something accidental?
Well, the man said he thought the gun was a toy gun, but he killed somebody with it. You understand? What's the judgment you will pass on that? We pass the judgment that he was guilty because in truth and in fact the man died. But what if he really believed that the gun was a toy gun?
That
understand?
That would all depend. That would all depend on the defense given and how the jury finds the evidence and the actions of the person. Regardless, at the end of the day, in an instance like that, you've still taken a life.
I was a part of the jury with that in that matter. I was a part of that. And they bring the clothes with the man with the bullet pass, they bring the gun and everything. But the man's defense was, he thought the gun was a toy gun. You understand? But we still bring him in guilty. Yeah, so if you were a part of that jury panel, what you would have bring him in as? A gun.
Thank you for that contribution. I'm seeing Truckman. Let's take Truckman. Yes.
Just to answer the question quickly, what Hashim was asking, from my knowledge and recollection, the only two hangings that I would have known, I can't remember the sequence, but it's the Gang of Nine with Dole Shady and Glenn Ashby. I can't remember if Glenn Ashby was before. I think he was before Dole Shady and them. So those are the two hangings that I am aware of from my little lifetime. My father, at 93, a retired police, would have spoken of Boise Singh, Abdul Malik, Boise Singh and his cohort, Bol and Nanlal. And then we'd have had Abdul Malik for the Christina Gardens murder, Gillan Benson, the person he would have killed. That was in the very early 70s. So those were what my father would have told me of. Those were the two most prominent at the time.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's for me. So I'm subject to correction. Any of the elders who would have known that could think, I think, but that's what my knowledge could pull back. Yeah,
Nice.
locked on and listen to someone else.
Yes, yes. Thanks for your
All right.
contribution again, member.
Nice.
Something that KFC, sorry, not Truckman, something that KFC said that stood out to me is when he was talking, he said, you remember, he said the Fiat would have put in criminals. So my thing is, if execution should resume tomorrow, do criminals become fearful again? So much so to the point that they're wondering who's next. And that is why the question,
we would
hangs
like
heavily.
to believe that, honestly, because something has to give at this point. Everyone is afraid of something. Even these so-called bad men out here now who feel that they're not afraid to die. They go dead. Game was theirs or whatever. No one in this world. Okay, let me not broad stroke everybody.
Yes,
but
yes.
Death is something that comes for us all, and I don't think at the core of our being that we all just want to die before our time.
And I believe we need to have, bring back some sort of consequences. Something needs to happen. It's about time.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are many cases that would bring up, whether the death penalty is warranted. That I completely understand. Sometimes things like this happen, in a scenario where you may not intend to take a life. It could have been out of self-defense, could have been out of an accident, and there should still be consequences for that.
My point, yeah.
Just like the woman who killed her boyfriend out of self-defense, and she was released last week after serving 14 years in jail. Her circumstances were a little different. She was defending herself, and unfortunately, she took a life, but she still had to pay for the consequences of that.
Yes, yes.
So, but in cases of deliberate taking, life taking, you know exactly what you are doing. There is a weapon in your hand, a knife, a gun, a rope, poison, whatever.
Yeah.
And you knowingly, willingly, intentionally take the life of someone else, and all evidence points to that, I don't think there is any room for leniency there. And I'm sure, with everything that we have witnessed, in the past umpteen years of how many people we have lost to violence.
True. Council, I have to agree with you.
We can all agree that in those cases, they deserve to have their own life cut short as well. Right? But it again comes back to the system actually acting upon the sentence, not just sentencing and leaving that sentence to age to the point where the convicted can then reappeal to try and save themselves. If you are going to, just as quickly as you're ready to increase the taxes in the bank,
yes,
as of midnight tonight,
Same.
Just as quickly, you need to be able to enforce something like this. You sentence the man to death, cool. He has 30 days to live. Get whatever affairs he have to get in order. Speak to whoever he have to speak to for the last time. Request his last meal. Say his last words, and let us be done with it. Just as quickly as we're ready to raise taxes, let us be quick. Let us be just as quick to purge this problem in our society.
Yeah.
Because there are too many evil people out there walking among us that we do not know. There was a statistic that I came across quite some time ago that says that, I can't remember the exact scenario, but you are more than likely to walk past someone who has taken a life roughly a certain amount of time, roughly a certain number of times in your life. You are more than likely to walk past, be in the same room as, commute on the same route as a convicted a murderer. Not convicted,
We have
but
Groundsman on the line.
but
Let's
a
take
murderer.
his call.
Yeah, I just come back with a bit of information. You caller who just called it, you're correct. And in Ashby too, when Ashby was hung, he was hung while his appeal were being heard that same day in the Privy Council. And the puppy neck, while the matter going on, the puppy neck, that very same day that he was hung, his matter was being heard in the Privy Council. I just bring all that piece of information to you. Okay, bye.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you,
Congressman.
member. So we need to get back that kind of swift justice.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
We have another call. Call on the line.
Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, hello. All right, got your thoughts. You sure sure there? You sure they're there?
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, hang up. Call back, member. Call back.
How am I getting through the member?
Yeah. They say the race is not for the swift, but justice has to be. And I think we are
Definitely.
we are living in a society right now where we believe that justice just does not
Let's
come.
try again. I'm seeing the call coming through. Good afternoon, caller.
Hi, good afternoon. You hear me?
Yes, we hear you now.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I was saying, that clear a while ago. Anyway, the last person hung in this country was a guy called Anthony Brick. He was hung some mere days after the nine Don't Treaty gang members were hung. Ashby was hung before the gang members. Anthony Brick was the last person hung in this country.
Oh, okay, thanks for that correction there.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Nice. Thanks for clearing that up first.
Yeah, I think we need this as a nation. For the leaders that are listening right now, you know, particularly our leader, the leader of our nation, who seems to have a conviction for, she says she wants to battle crime and deal with them violently and swiftly and
Exactly.
everything like that. But listen, state of emergency not going to fix that. Okay? What is going to fix that is actually finding the people who are committing these crimes and dealing with them with the same energy that you said load up the matic. Well, load it up for them.
Point taken, because you can't just have them sitting down there waiting on taxpayers' money and they eating and getting
That's the
fat
next
and-
thing, because all our taxes are going towards feeding them.
After
Listen,
they commit these
prison,
serious crimes.
and that's why they feel like prison is a hotel in the Caribbean, Not just in Trinidad. You've spent some time in the BVI. I don't know if you ever heard the stories.
I've heard some of these stories, to be honest.
Of the prison system up
Because
there.
this prison system is so much different to here.
But it is. But I hear similar stories here as well. Of I don't want to put
Anybody
too much
in-
out there,
yes,
too much
yes.
out there for people. But you hear these stories, and matter of fact, the evidence is online for people to see.
Yes.
People who are supposed to be in prison, no access to anyone on the outside, having access
On the inside, but it's
on the
different.
inside. You understand? And yeah, that alone is a conversation for another time, right? And we are far from the perfect prison system. Some of the most sophisticated, like American prison system, is probably much worse than ours. Let's just be real. But to have our taxes going to feed murderers, whether it is they serving life or they're just literally sitting down waiting for a case to turn over.
Yeah.
Right? Once the state gives somebody that penalty, carry it out one time and be done with it, and don't have it piling up, because there are already so many, not just murder cases, but cases in the system that literally go through years and years of battling to resolve fully, right?
Yeah,
Whether
yeah.
it is payments for compensation, divorces, lawsuits, or other criminal charges, embezzlement, yada 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 yada. when something like this is cut and dry, there's no need for it to be sitting in your fridge and spoiling.
I agree with you too.
Cast the sentence, and take out the trash one time. It's plain and simple. Once that empirical evidence is there, what are we sitting around waiting for? And that example will start to put not a lot, but will put more fear back into the criminal element. Because SOE is not scaring them.
No, it isn't. Clearly not.
If SOE was scaring criminals, we would have seen a 50% decrease,
which we haven't seen
in crime. I don't care if it is far less than 600 murders in a year. That is small compensation still for the people who still have lost loved ones to violence.
Yes.
All right? Even one life lost is far too many.
Exactly.
You know, where I come from is 100 times smaller than Trinidad, right? And when murders happen over there, it is a big deal. It shakes the nation for a while. You feel that impact, particularly in a community so small, and depending on who it is.
You see?
Yeah.
And us here, it's different because when we hear it,
it's just
another
news.
day. Yes. And that's,
and it may just be another day for us because it does not immediately affect our immediate circle. But if you knew the person, a friend, a loved one, a family member, a child, a mentor, you feel that impact, and all of a sudden you want justice for that person who lost their life too soon. And so it is with us back home. But in a system as large as this,
let's take care of
we need to see swift action.
Yes, Mamba.
Hello, good afternoon. I know you already yeah, but that punching, he was a jury. But the man was at twice. When he shot the person and whoever killed the person, he find him guilty. All they do a good job. They can't bottle that punching. Because they don't pick up jury right on the streets and the jury and then they find him guilty, dream. The judges that do the sentencing,
Yeah.
Yeah. But dream, you see, it can be all bad out here. Killing a set of people when they put in the condemn and they see the fella killers and them go and get hanged. Them frightened like hell, Because they don't know when the number can call, If they call in the morning and all, So the hanging thing will really bring a fear in the criminals and them too, But that system, I mean, when they go bring back that thing, when they go bring back that. So you have to bring some fear in them criminals and them too. Because them criminals are them bringing pain and blood stain to the families and the younger generation out there. Too much they train them killing by. Like that killer who killed the young child down in St. James down there. Much taxpayers' money going and feed it. After 5 years in the condemn, you're going to get mine for life in the jail. It has set up branch and a cocoa in the state of that pay to mine you in jail. Go with them one time because them taking lecture in life and in a simple life out here. We are no more to them dream. A tooth for a tooth, eye for eye. Better bring it back. Bless.
Bless.
Yes. Yeah. So now we have to hold the government to it. It's not only to talk tough. They just can't talk the talk. Now it's time to bring back consequences. And, like he said, that amount of fear it would bring in criminals because they don't know who's next.
Exactly. And you know what? I feel like if something like that was being acted upon swiftly, it's not that we forgive it entirely, but I think we might be a little less irritated with things like rising taxes and things being a little more costly.
Say that again.
If the man hang tomorrow and that sets the precedent moving forward, I'm not saying you could raise as much tax as you want, huh? No, that's not what I'm saying. But all the other crazy moves that y'all are doing, we would suck our teeth a little quiet, a little softer. Because at least we know you're doing something. You're doing something to help the country. And removing criminals out of our society is definitely a huge something. Right? That would definitely be something you could puff your chest out about and say, yeah, we said criminals ain't, we're not tolerating them no more. We getting rid of them. We could actually say, okay, you know what? Well, I mean business there. We can't get your up for that.
We have one of our members, Kunji, on the line.
Good afternoon to you, The Dream.
Yes, Kunji. Afternoon.
And good afternoon to the beautiful young lady inside here. Good afternoon to you, ma'am, and good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, and all the listeners and viewers of 91.9. Mr. Neil Iwer George, good afternoon to you and your family. I want to ask this question. The person who hanging, the one who we allege and say is killers, he doing something right? I am against hanging. I am against that. But he hanging somebody who commit a crime, right? Why he take a work to kill people? In his eyesight, that person that he hanging or killing, innocent to him. All you understand what I'm trying to say? Hello?
No, go again, Koji.
What I am saying, somebody who sentenced to hang. In this country, we have somebody who does take the job to hang that person. The person who hanging that one who commit the crime. What he do that person for that person to take a job to hang him?
You mean the person who would carry out the sentence?
Yeah. What that person do him to take a work to hang him? In his eyesight, you do my family nothing. You do my relative nothing. But I take a job to hang you because you kill one of your family. I totally against hanging. We must come up with some other solution. Rather than an eye for eye and a teeth for teeth. You kill me, I kill you. You see the killing part? No matter what you do in life. No matter what you do in life. It have forgiveness. And it have understanding. I am against the state paying somebody to hang somebody. You see, if I interfere with your family and I kill your family, and the state find me guilty, you know what the family they say? We get justice. Well, don't let the state take my money and pay somebody to hang anybody. You want justice? You come and pull the trigger. You come and press the button. You come and pull the hangman loose. And that is your family justice. But I am totally against killing people. The same way how somebody would, that fella will chop up his wife and chop up his baby and thing, and the state we say, we kill you. And to find justice, we pay somebody else to kill you. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Kunji,
let me educate the population.
Yeah. Kunji, I don't
let us educate the population.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we had to take a break, huh?
I know that there's an advantage a little bit. That's nothing. I just normally doing them things. Thank you.
I know. But I will say that is definitely a noble stance to take, and trust me, I do know that there are other people out there who do think that way, regardless of the crime that supplementing it with what basically comes down to as revenge. We could call it justice, but a lot of people will see it simply as revenge, and offend somebody does not bring that person back, and I can understand where people would come from in that, but Well, why don't we touch on that a little bit more when we come back from the break, huh?
Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Peace of God be multiplied unto you in the precious name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. This is Redemption Hour, a gospel program where God will reveal His mind to you on how to live a fulfilled life and to please Him in all areas. Join Pastor Femi Afolabi, the National Overseer of Deeper Christian Life Ministry, Trinidad and Tobago, and other seasoned ministers for a time of divine encounter as they minister and pray for you every Saturday by 9 o'clock in the morning of this station, Street FM 91.9. Our church is Deeper Life Bible Church, number 1 Cochrane Street, opposite Tunapuna Police Station, Tunapuna. The times of our services are as follows: Sunday worship service, 9 a.m., Monday Bible study, 6 p.m., Thursday revival hour, 6 p.m. The redemption hour is a life-changing moment you cannot afford to miss. For special prayer or counseling, contact Pastor Femi Afolabi on 778-9933. God bless you as you listen to this program. Jesus is Lord.
This is the voice of Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
What are you doing? Big D, big fun, KFC, so we dig on the ground. The big nation, cause you don't know we were the crown. Say what you want, KFC, so we lead in front. We are big nation, TNT and KFC, one motion.
Come to KFC, where we all have fun. And then we join together because KFC is life. It's a big deal.
Say what you want, KFC, so we lead in front. We are big nation, TNT and KFC, one motion.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana, Trinidad and Tobago. Our school is open. Call in all the 12 tribes. Join us in our classes Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Sabbath service on Saturday. We are located at LP number 1, Morris Street, Point 14, Trinidad and Tobago. Feel free to contact us at 868-479-8286 or please email us at isupktrinidad@gmail.com. Join us and experience that true brotherhood, sisterhood, that love, that compassion you have always been searching for. ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago. Shalom.
Wrap up your Thursday the right way. Twister Thursdays. 2 twisters for just $54.95. Loaded, saucy, finger-licking good. One bite, and you know, it must be KFC. Order now. Follow KFC Trinidad and Tobago WhatsApp channel for all the deals.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launch from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is putting more effort and less play. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
All right, boys and girls, we are back in our final hour right here on the council. You know, on our final hour, you know what is not a crime, but should be. I want us to wrap up this conversation before we move on, though, because Kunji definitely he touched on the whole other topic that no one else seemed to wanted to touch on. I genuinely wanted to know if there would have been anybody on the other side who would have been opposed to the death penalty regardless, you know. Let me get this call in, because Groundsman was calling. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon again. You see what Kunji touched on? Nobody wasn't looking at that, and I feel you have valid points there. Yeah, he come good there. Nobody wasn't touching on that.
Yeah.
So you see what we're talking about? This program, you just get a lot of out of the box thinkers. This is why I like this program for. Thank you, Kunji, for that one. I hear you. I hear you. But at the same time, some hanging we must have. As a matter of fact, they should bring out some law too to hang politicians too, for lying.
You keep putting other people in this conversation. I don't get we in trouble grounds, man.
Well, I'm taking a line from you, because I hear you making some statement there, and you have to be careful because people go hate you, Anytime you're talking against the PNM, anytime you're talking against the UNC, is a PNM, So people go hate you, so careful of the statements you're making. But Kunji boy, thank you. But one of the things I looking at too, that in order to fight crime, you can't fight fire with fire, If you want to out a fire, and you have to use water. So if you hold the same people that committing crime and they rehabilitate, wherever the word is, rehabilitate, wherever it name. If you take them people and you change them up, some of them turning Christian now, I see people getting baptized in the prison and all now. These same people, because they know what they did, could come out and change people from even entering that thought and cause them to go to another direction. So, all of that is food for thought. But them things for another program. Because I see the program start off on agreeing with the hanging and it reached how much hanging and who get hung and who was the last one hang. The program take a turn. So, we go leave it for another time. But Kunji, thanks for that one. Nobody wasn't looking in that corner. All right, bye.
All right, thanks, Groundsman. Yeah, I can't sit here and say that Kunji contribution was invalid, because that is definitely true. It still brings around that human question of morality, which my former speaker who was on the show with me before, when they initially were bringing forward the stand your ground laws, he and I were of the agreement that while we understand why they want to put this law into place, we were looking at the long-term ramifications of what that might mean. Because yes, if you defended your home and God forbid that ended in the death of someone, while you may have been legally within your rights, that legality does not temper human emotion. And that we live in a very emotional society.
Yes, we do.
And a very vengeful society as well. There is a lot of vengeance, especially you see it when with the gang wars alone. When one person falls, the next side retaliates en masse, right?
Yeah.
So imagine you, an average citizen, with a stand your ground law, being able to, you defended yourself legally. That's not going to stop the victim cousin from coming back and say, you kill my cousin by putting you in the ground, boy.
So true.
I loading it and I spraying you. You're taking out your whole family, boy. Yeah.
That's where there's going to reprisal killings.
That reprisal thing. So it still leaves the that implication, even in instances like the death penalty. And we're gonna raise a question after this call as well. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey Barataria, how are you doing?
Not too bad. I don't know the young lady's name. Actually, I don't even know your name. I just I hope you guys don't mind.
That's Jay. That is Jay.
I'm not too great with names.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard you all said Kunji made a standing contribution, and your contribution is concerning. I said a few months ago, because they celebrated their 1-year anniversary on Saturday, and I said last week, they're boasting about stand your ground legislation, and a man is breaking my house because in order to justify the stand your ground, what they said to us 10 months ago before the election. Think about a man breaking your house and rape your young daughter and your wife, and you sit down there and they beating you up and you're watching the man raping your wife. So let me ask you something. In the past 9 months with the home invasion, has anybody raped anybody within the past 9 months?
Not that I've seen reported.
All right. So the stand your ground legislation use an argument to, how to put it, to convince you. Use you thinking in your mind, your wife getting raped or your daughter getting raped, to justify voting to give them the authority to come in Parliament and pass stand your ground. So now the stand your ground is passed. So a man breaking my house. But what do I have to stand my ground? My poya, or what we call a cutlass, or my machete, I have a knife, an ice pick, 2 hammer. Stand your ground, you're breaking in the house. I balling out, stand your ground, come inside, I'm a cutlass and my hammer, I go mash you up. Before we had passed the stand your ground legislation, what we should have done, because how could I stand my ground without anything to defend myself? You understand my point? But the stand your ground legislation was based on people getting firearms in order to stand your ground. Other than that, you can't stand your ground. A man coming in your house with 2 men or 5 men break it, because now they're moving in 5 and 6 and 4. So 4 men attack your house, 2 with firearm. What you standing your ground with if you don't have a firearm? You understand my point, sir?
Yeah.
So the stand your ground legislation that they are boasting about cannot help me, nor me and you. Stand your ground legislation passed, but home invasion continued because they gave us the impression that if I pass stand your ground legislation, home invasion will be a thing of the past. That is not so. Where I have now, get to understand yesterday that the municipal police is run by a gentleman from the police service. So we have a situation where in the mayor's, in San Fernando, some section of the mayor's office, where has municipal police who has firearms in that division, get to find out that it's also missing. And a group of people now calling for the mayor to go. But nobody realize they fire the man who's in charge of municipal police in San Fernando easy. And technically they fire him. So I said that last week, that president said, because if that man was in the police service, come to run the municipal police, and if that is what he brings from the police service and the municipal police, where we have 100, not just 100 firearms, you know, because now they're missing some in the mayor's district. So now we have the 100 missing from down by the wharf, and we don't know how much missing from by the mayor. Right? And nobody ain't calling on that man. They tell me they send him home for what? Some sort of business that you're on pre-retirement or waiting for the investigation. But nobody in interviewing the man, nobody is telling me that they took the man down to CID and we had a interrogation of that officer to find out when he had known that that woman that they accused of running a racket that died was running the racket. You understand my point? Nobody can tell us, nobody is telling us that we're bringing that man before a committee of his peers to answer. Because a few months ago, I had incident where police ammunition was found on crime scene, that's all. And we did a whole thing and they come around and tell me, no, that didn't come from the police service. It didn't come from the Trinidad and Tobago so-called police service, but it may, looking at what transpired now, could have come from the municipal police. TTPS. You understand my point? So where are we going? What it is our national security minister is going to do to clean that up? What is Sergeant Meister bringing to the... Because I asked him yesterday, he was on another radio program. Are you going to put more boots on the ground in my constituency? I would like to see my municipal police walking around my district. These were the plans by the previous administration. What is their plan? Could anybody tell me? What is the plan for crime? Is it a continuous state of emergency? Did you see what happened between Panama, China, and how the Chinese government sent a message to the Guyanese president and the Trinidadian president to stay out of that issue with Panama and America and China? You saw that, my brother?
Yeah.
Oh. So our Prime Minister went to the shields of the Summit of Americas, signed we up in a deal with the intention that the Venezuelan president would go and they would have a regime change in Venezuela, and the lady who gets the Nobel Peace Prize, which was the opposition, would end up in Venezuela. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. They end up leaving. The same woman remained there. Today, she's walking around with a brooch on a chest of Venezuela and this piece of Guyana, what they're making noise for. Yes, Cuba. So the president of Guyana saw the brooch on her chest, and he get in a hysteric. So she make a speech, and a man tell me, well, Maduro gone, so she was following the taste of Maduro. But she turned around and tell him, hey, yes, Cuba is still part of ours, you know. And they have a matter coming up in court just now with the International Criminal Court. So this issue that our Prime Minister jump out and tell me if you touch Guyana with the intention that Trump will jump in, how could this lady get such testicular fortitude if you're saying Trump controlling she to come to tell we, hey, you let rock back, relax. You understand my point? So it seems that our Prime Minister was fooled with the intention that they were going on. I'll get rid of the people in Venezuela and we'll get some oil and gas. We get our fact like now we can't get no gas yet. The dragon the dead and all of a sudden she wake up the dragon, but apparently the dragon ain't spitting no fire, brothers. They fooled us. Play with mind. Gentlemen and lady, enjoy your evening. Thank you very much for giving me this time, sir.
Same to you.
Thanks, Barataria. Just want to slide back on what we were initially talking about, because I was just using the standing ground thing as an example of of the morality that we were focusing on with the death penalty. And again, I thought Kunji's point to still be valid. And Chris, before you take your call, I wanna run this clip before we don't get to run it again. Right? We got a clip here of the victim's sister when the verdict was made on Monday for by Justice saying that Mutilal would be sentenced to death. I want y'all to take in her reaction.
It's her aunt, right?
It's her aunt, not a sister. Okay, good. All right, so y'all take this in real quick.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
I feel we get justice. It's just that not everything out there was the truth that they talk about my sister. And I want to say I'm real grateful and thankful to the judge, because if I could have met she and just hug she up and say thanks very much for getting justice for my sister, which we never get like from the police or anything, I could just hold she and hug she up like I wish she was right here, and hug she up and tell she thanks, because it's not easy. It torments and it traumatizes, and it still lives on and on and on. You see, when I get on news, I didn't know how to think. I didn't know if justice was enough. I mean, it is served and we get justice, because plenty people don't get it. And the time frame when we get it, I think that we've been praying people, we get with justice, because it's not I alone, my whole entire family, all my aunts, everybody, they just pray for that moment to get our justice. I am grateful to Judge Singh, because I'm gonna tell you something. When I get the news yesterday, I was so elated to know that it just make like 16 months now and we get justice. People have been waiting for years to get justice and it never. And no matter what they say out there, no matter what they say, no matter what they talk about my sister, if she was the worst, if she wasn't the worst, if she whatever she was, she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that at all. Me and my sister and everybody, my whole family, we contended that we get justice. We
Remember, the key to success is working hard.
So yeah.
For our country, we must have regard.
And that was from the victim's sister, a family that waited 2 years to collect that justice, And I say I say this to say, you know, it is noble of us to believe, you know, that anything is worth forgiveness. It is definitely it is a quality, right?
Yeah.
That more of us definitely, you know, should strive to possess. But I also understand that at the end of the day, we are all human. And it is very easy to hold moral standards like that when you have not experienced the pain of losing someone that you love. You know,
My point exactly.
when you know, as much as it might be like, you know, we could say things like that's not what they would have wanted. They wouldn't have wanted you to be vengeful. They wouldn't have wanted you to do this or that. That's very hard to still hold on to when you have been through pain like that. And listen, if you have and you still hold that stance, then you, bottom line, you are simply made of stronger stuff, right? And I wish we all could be as strong as you are, you know? But unfortunately, that is not the world that we live in. We are all imperfect, and sometimes justice, this is what at least gives us some sense of closure that someone we loved didn't just die for nothing, especially in a random act of violence like this.
Exactly.
You know? Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon again to the panel and the listeners. You know, some people really hurting, eh? And then we have some people just playing a fool, running amok, doing as they please. But the bottom line is, here could really be a better place if we individually just choose to do better, choose to engage in better activities, more productive things. Here will become a better place. Whether it is a homeless, a politician, a priest, a police, a pastor, a civil servant, you name it, a CPEP worker. Once people choose to do better, here will become a better place. But the dream, one of the callers mentioned something, and I just want to point out, you know, when members of the TTPS would have been found wanting and caught doing untoward activities, like, for instance, this set of marijuana that they took from some station that Ian Allen highlighted some time ago, about 100 bricks of marijuana. I didn't hear the members of the municipal team come out and separate themselves and say, well, it's not us doing this, or we are a separate part. But that seems to be the narrative, not only from the Prime Minister, but some members in the hierarchy of the TTPS, where they want to try to separate the municipal police and their activities from being a part of the TTPS. And the fact will remain is, if we do not seriously identify and acknowledge the problems that we're facing, then we really not intention, we really don't have any intention of treating with it. Because you first have to honestly identify the issue, and then we could start to treat with it. We have a problem that the police really and truly cannot solve on their own. They will need a different entity to come and really supervise them or guard the guards. Because if the head of the police service cannot differentiate the difference between certain things and call a spade, then they cannot be left with the responsibility of seeing about all the matters that concerning them. It have to have some other entity that have the powers to charge and arrest them and bring them before the courts, because too often we are seeing their shortcomings, and it is not that there is a system in place where there is a no nonsense tolerance policy where we ain't tolerating certain things, because time and time we hear and see things, statements being made that do give us that sense that, yeah, they're really going to do what needs to be done regardless of who the perpetrators are. We have seen it time and time and time again, and it continues under Mr. Guevara. So, as I say, if we don't identify that all of that is an issue to be able to treat with it, then we really not going to solve anything. The top will continue to spin in the mud in this country until we understand that we have been taken for a ride by politicians, police, you name it. We have been taken for a ride. I look forward to listening.
All right. Thanks for your contribution, Chris.
Commenting on that video, after you show it, and you could actually feel from watching the video that woman's pain, because you were right. It is her sister and her niece she would have lost. So whether we support hanging or not, one thing is clear from watching that, the country wants justice that feels real, because she commented on the fact that so many persons have been waiting for years to experience what she experienced. So her tears were tears of joy, although her heart is broken because it's her sister and her niece, both of them at the same time. It really shows that the government needs to, it's time to put them, all the talk, put some action behind that talk now.
And the thing is, I think the reason why we think this is so justified as well is because it has simply gotten out of hand. And something like, maybe if we were in slightly more civil or peaceful times, maybe something like a life imprisonment would be enough for us. But but the nation continues consistently to experience loss of life in these horrific ways. And it literally seems to us that even a stint in prison does not scare these criminals anymore.
No.
So literally we are at the point where we feel that only the most drastic of measures is what is going to change things.
True.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah. What's up, KFC?
Yeah, good afternoon, the money young lady. You know, consider that a crime? You know, yesterday, the paid them at that big meeting, City Hall, small pay young in the back, and the former, the Rowley income.
Why would he be there?
What he doing paying that for?
Wait, he was there or he wasn't there?
Rowley wasn't there. That's the second time Rowley go. Remember the same thing when he wasn't there. He wasn't there last night and all.
Well, if he was, why would he be there? He ain't retired.
Well, he had to be in that store. Much like he paid them with that former prime minister.
Okay.
And he had to give his sister that strength.
I suppose in that sense, a little bit of solidarity, but I mean, again, he's retired. He's not obligated to be there.
That's it.
You're meaning obligated. You remember the PNM, and he coming out, he retire and go and he come out every Monday morning, come out on social media and talk that of nonsense and undermining Penny. Roll it like black. And small pen in the back, and you go and sit down with his former call it on them there, Dream. The PLM dead, boy, Rowley and I'm mashing up the PLM on that low, boy. He and start jump, boy. Them fella who make Rowley, they make it bad, that is a crime. What you mean, says? The media asking why Rowley wasn't there. But yeah, was PLM charges. When I tell you, when this first girl done, as we get back in office, you go open back CPAP and European forestry. Daddy Duncan, John P. and them curate on direct Williams and them. I kind of hand out gimme thing. Keep in bondage, give the smallest that I pay, I have to load up maxi and give them that support. And as they reach in power, they forget the East-West corridor and the plan them who consent voting them. Look how lapidated the East-West corridor is. You realize all the work is done behind the Carnegie Bridge Extension going down? They're not helping all the black people, boy. Rolly behave yourself now. You and Stutz, you know, all that stuff, you tell the poor woman, but I don't understand.
Bless KFC. Yeah, we're coming down to the end of the show at the moment, guys. We'll probably just wrap this up, this discussion. And I definitely want to, you know, I'm gonna lock it off early with a quick selection before we get out of here. So this next caller probably will be the second to last. So just keep it brief and keep it tight. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you again, the dream.
Yes, good.
And this young lady said down there, I want to ask this young lady, you related to Naka? I could see Naka in you.
Really? Oh, no. Good afternoon to you too.
I can see that. I see in advance. Just being sarcastic.
Yes.
But I want to ask this.
Go ahead.
You see the young lady that was crying and pleading because they think they get justice? Instead of we pay somebody to do that hangman or to pull that trigger, let that family member do that. So that when my taxpaying money will have to pay in killing somebody else who never do nothing to them family and them. So everybody was getting that, but I want to leave that right there.
All right.
Huh?
Okay, no, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying if we're gonna be doing stuff like this, let the people who have been affected be the one to swing the sword.
Yes, yes, for free. So that I will have to take my taxpaying money when I had to go to pay somebody, you understand, to do that job. Because if you so appreciate you get justice, you let that conscience be on your mind, all right, you get justice, you pull the trigger for your family member, rather than somebody had to take a job and we pay them thousands of dollars to kill somebody who never do them nothing. I want to leave that right there.
All right.
It's amazing to me how Barataria and them speaking. It's amazing to me in a Barataria. We have been fighting for over 20 years on national radio now, and I want you to stop that, because you're saying the San Fernando Corporation. Say the San Fernando P&M Corporation. How come in Penal Corporation they not lost no gun and ammunition? How in Shogunas they not lost no gun and ammunition? How is it only in them P&M Corporation in Port of Spain? They saying we have no money. In San Fernando they saying we have no money, and guns and ammunition. And all misconduct in public office taking place in the P&M Corporation and them. And it's shame to say the P&M Corporation. You only say in San Fernando Corporation. You know who in charge of the municipal police in San Fernando? The P&M mayor. Is the P&M mayor in charge of the municipal police in San Fernando? You're not saying them things. Say why is we have a P&M mayor, guns and ammunition missing from the P&M mayor office and in the municipal police station, which part they not even 1 and 2 guns. Hundreds thieving under a P&M organization and a P&M mayor. That is why I had to put it across Barataria. Don't be ashamed, don't be shy. After 12 years, we had to be missing these things in corporation, in police station. Who to blame for that? UNC. Thank you. All right.
Bye, Kunji. You had something else that you thought was not a crime but should be? Oh, and I think you wanted to touch on.
It also goes
1 minute, guys.
Begonian, who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something. Instead of staying out.
Yeah, we wanted to touch real quick. You said Borde is this weekend?
Yes, that's this weekend.
Yes,
it kicks off.
I feel at this point Borde need to be a holiday on next long weekend. Borde should transition into Monday.
Listen,
is it that Borde is a specific day of the year?
It's the weekend. It's
or it's simply just the weekend of the.
Yes, they would have kicked off already with some official stuff in the borough, and now they're going to actually have the Juve this weekend, and the the different things that lead up with the actual mass on the street and that sort of thing. So that's going to attract a lot of people, because people flying for that.
People do fly in for that. A lot of y'all who live abroad come from the deep south of Trinidad, and y'all actually flying to go back down home. For my granny originally from Point Fortin, may she rest.
Okay.
Yeah, my roots are southern roots, but I definitely have not been to Point Fortin in a very long time.
Yes,
so,
I hope they have a safe one, because what I'm seeing from today, the police officers are saying, restrictions is going to be put in place as from early as the Juve morning procession when it kicks off. Yes, it's going to have a lot of restrictions, like parking restrictions and stuff, just like it have in Port of Spain for Carnival.
Right.
Yes, and then the taxi is going to be relocated, and they're expecting this year to attract some 13,000 plus people. That's a lot of people. A lot of people. So listen, police need to be having like visible increase of numbers of law enforcement out there. So yes, I'm hoping that they really have a safe one. You sure you can't go down?
The wheels in the shop right now, so unless it come out tomorrow, I don't think I'm trying to make that journey right now,
yes.
So I already don't like leaving town unless I absolutely have to, so heading to south is that's a stretch. And it's not even Sando. Like Sando is okay. Gotta go Sando, let's go Sando. Boom. But oh Lord. I think I went where was it? During the Saparia in Carnival, I went Saparia for a show.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole nother stretch.
Yes,
where you literally come off the highway just ends abruptly. Like you barely notice it. And then all of a sudden you're simply just on a 2-lane main road.
Yes.
That which is just flabbergasting to me. I think I don't care what administration it is, but that highway needs to keep stretching further.
I know what you mean, because I've been on those ends. Yes,
further down, and it's been well over 10 years since I had to go that deep south into the country. Big up Saparia, south is love, and all that good stuff. But I had to prime up myself. If I say okay, I know I go in, then I have to prep. I gotta prep for like a good 4
you wouldn't
business
believe
days
what
in
is one
advance.
of the restrictions about it. They say, let me advise everyone. They're asking persons, don't whine on the police.
I think they do that all the. Okay, I thought that would have been. I thought we were looking for something that was a crime, but I feel that does happen right through. I don't think you could listen. They just say it, and they say it because they have to say it. Obviously, these people are on the job. They are trying to ensure that everybody else is safe. Let us be real. Once people start to feel for women will start to feel for police and that is just what it is, because it is only women. We know this, guys.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Ain't no man trying to put God out the toss to whine on a police woman. Okay, it is be rough for them to put God on the toes and try to whine on you without consent. You think they're going to whine on a service woman where they could get locked up? And no, sir. No, at least with you, the most you gonna do is give us a stink face and move on. Try to whine on a police woman, next thing you know, I in the boroughs, I in Fortin for a weekend. No, thank you. But I mean, yeah, okay. Let's say it here on the half of the street, or don't try not to whine on the police. And
Try.
And listen, I just feel bad for them policemen,
That is not at attention.
Why you have to use that specific phrase? You have to use that phrase in particular?
Oh gosh.
Nah, but they need to be at the actual attention, okay? Not
the actual one.
Yeah, not attention. Police are the street for all that. That's one thing I could never be a police for, and not in the Caribbean. Because anytime you put me to work on Carnival Day, I taking every wine that come my way. I sorry to tell you. And I will try not to move here, but I's a whiner at heart. I would get fired on the spot. Guys, we gonna call it here, let's call it. We'll call it George. Actually, no, I don't like that. George just get too much credit. We will call it Kevin today, and we will convene again tomorrow. That is it for us. Anything
time.
to say? Same time, same place as always, guys. And leaving you with one of my personal favorites. And And especially when we have heavy topics like this, it's good to remember that the nation just need a blessing. So Terry, I'll have you take us home. And until tomorrow, guys, love, light, and to its light.
Yes, and motivation meets the mic. It's J Energy here. Blessed afternoon.
Council is adjourned.
And I'm worried and I'm feeling the pain. My faith's been tested time and time again. Oh, but my spirit is determined to believe and to overcome life trials that seem to never done. But still, I kneel before you with a praying song. Lord, I come to pray for the strength and the faith that's required. Amen. I pray for my people to not lose their fire. Amen. I send in prayers for those who suffering in silence. Amen. Grant them wisdom, cures, clarity and guidance. Amen. I pray for the young and I pray for the old. Cover their minds, Lord, don't let them lose control. Though we stand in sin, no transgressions are many. Thank God for the life that He gave me. To all you who doubting and losing faith, time to congregate, no time to separate. I'm calling on the prayer warriors in the country. Come for drink, beg or need we cross. I say, Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Amen. Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Trinbago need a blessing. Amen. Life is getting harder to manage. Oh yeah. The plan you had for us, it's vanishing. Because the violence, Lord, the nation in distress. What's it gonna take? We need a rest. It's time that we repent and we confess. Cause Lord, I'm tired of the bloodshed, it rising in numbers. Amen. I'm tired see the youth choose the path of plunder. Amen. Can't walk the street in peace is a problem. Amen. Father, intervene, please save your children. Amen. I pray for them youngs, them surrender your soul. You're not fully dumb, but you're fully in control. To change up your mindset and clean up your community. Thank God for the life that He gave we. To all you who doubting and losing faith, time to congregate and no time to separate. I'm calling all the prayer warriors in the country. Come for Trinbago need we, cause I say Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Trinbago need a blessing. Amen. Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Trinbago need a blessing. Amen. Deception is spreading, it's trending. Oh yeah. Greed and lies has surely shake we faith.